Okay, day 2 at the Collision Conference, just one vlog today. Went a bit crazy with 3 or 4 yesterday, super hyped about the first day. Pretty tired on the second day. Really it's like the third day after the day 0 first night with Justin Trudeau. But today I rushed down early in the morning for one of the first talks with Dan Doctoroff from Sidewalk Labs, Alphabet Smart City, and an urban consultancy technology arm of their business. Hugely interesting talk. He was talking about what he sees the smart city in Toronto is going to be, how it's going to be sort of the test bed for other cities that they're going to roll out around the world. This is pretty exciting. It's been hugely controversial around the data and privacy, and he had a few answers around that. Really, he's saying that next month in June 2019, there's going to be a plan coming out that's going to detail everything, but he shared a few details there as well. The first was really around data and privacy, and how there needs to be a radical approach to these urban environments, the sensors and systems that are put in place. And they're suggesting that they're going to put together something with the local government, maybe even the provincial government or even federal government of Canada around an urban data trust. So this urban data trust would help manage the relationships between vendors and the data that's going to be generated by them, the privacy of the citizens, the people that are actually going to be using the site down there for the smart city in Toronto. And that was really interesting. It was really heartening. I think the devil's going to be in the details. I think that there's layers of abstraction between all of the systems involved, like from the cloud to the sensors, to the apps, to the infrastructure. I think we need to be really clear about where data lies, travels, who owns it, and how it's actually used. That's going to be really important. So that's what I'm going to look out for when they release this plan. He also talked about how they were going to make money. They're in it to make money. They're going to invest a lot of money on the infrastructure. They're looking at timber buildings. They're saying it's going to be cheaper to produce them. That means it's going to be more accessible for people. I actually think it's going to make people want to go there even more. It's going to become more desirable. It's going to drive the price up after the initial sale. So I guess the city of Toronto needs to work out how some people that are less privileged get into the city and get some benefit and become part of that story as well. But he's talking about how they're going to make money from real estate. That's for sure. They're going to make money from products and services that they'll release there. It's starting to feel like it's a goldfish bowl that they're going to own, and that ecosystem is going to be something they're going to be able to monetize the citizens. We've heard that before as well. But there's going to be this oversight of data. My big question is, will Toronto be beholden to Alphabet in the long run? Will there be like tussles? Will there be stress? Will there be tensions? And, will we end up with part of Toronto that's literally cordoned off to be Google's own? He was saying that it's likely that Google's Toronto HQ is going to move down into there. Well, they move down into there, Google employees buy the real estate, they use the services. It's going to become this sort of closed off, almost like a virtual gated community. I'm pretty sure that's not what they want, but this is what human behavior is going to treat it like. Society's going to treat people that are in there or out of there. You're either in the smart city or you're out in Toronto at large. And hey, that's not such a bad thing. He's saying that it's actually going to start in late 2020, so it's not happening soon. There's a lot of hurdles to jump over, a lot of legislation, a lot of agreements. I think the people of Toronto need to be happy, as does the administration, and so do the people within Sidewalk Labs and obviously in Alphabet as a whole. He said it was going to finish around 2023, 2024, probably be released in phases. I think it's an exciting project. It's most interesting to me that this is an experiment in a completely greenfield land where nothing's been developed before. And they're going to be able to redefine what it means to build that smart city. My prediction is, over the next 10 to 20 years, you're going to be having these large companies buying up land in the middle of nowhere with relatively decent infrastructure and connections, and they're going to build that out. And you're literally going to have cities built by big tech, that people work for the big tech companies that live there. And these urban centers are going to be hugely valuable from a data perspective, from an experiment perspective. And it's an interesting, wonderful experiment. Should we be scared? I think we need to start asking questions now. I think we need to be really wary because any time you walk through the door of an establishment in these places, you're literally signing consent. Maybe this urban data trust he's talking about will solve some of that. I don't think it's going to be that easy, but hey, here's to the future of the smart city. Toronto is ground zero for really working out what that means, certainly in the Western world. So I'm excited to see what happens, and I'll see you at Collision in day 3.